Alright folks, welcome to the second game in the Duck versus Crimson Sky Menace matchup here. We are in Northern Fjords. On the red team, which is the Ducks, again we have the Civil Rights Bill piloted by Sasquatch, sporting a Lumberjack and Mercury front, a lower deck Artemis, and then also a top deck Artemis on the sides. Second ship is the Mother Duck, same loadout as before I believe, Lumberjack, Flak, and a Mercury left side, that's a bit of a change, a Beacon Flare rear, and a right side Hwacha Carronade. On the CSM side, we have two mobulas, the first of which is the Lib Clutter, piloted by Luosi. On the outer wings, let's see, we have two Artemises. On the inner wings, also two Artemises. And then on the top, a Mercury field gun right above the pilot position there. Second ship is the Agathisia, another mobula, piloted by High Commander Hillerton. The outer wings, we have, let's see, looks like a Flare Artemis. And on the inside, we have Artemis Merc. And then up top, a Mercury. Alright, let's take a look at the action here. Taking a look at some initial shots going down here. The CSM guys are content to hang back. They definitely have a very snipey build, so I think, again, they're going to try to pick the Spire off. The Ducks are taking cover behind Candy Mountain here. So it looks like, yes, as before the Civil Rights Bill, the very vulnerable Spire is the target of the CSM onslaught. Looks like the Ducks are still kind of pondering how to make their first move here, as they're going up against two ships that are very easily, they can very easily take out that Spire if they land enough shots. So, bet they're probably discussing things right now. That would be my guess. Over on the CSM side, just holding position. I think they probably have a good idea of where the Ducks are. And the Agathisia is taking up that position below the arch. The Lib Clutter is kind of in the medium altitude band of the map, slightly below the upper clouds, just kind of waiting. I don't think either of these two teams are eager to make any moves here, since all right. Flares going down from the Duck side. Not sure that lit up anything. No, don't believe so. Both of these teams have taken pretty opposing positions here, with the Ducks definitely trying to protect that Spire behind the Candy Mountain there. This might be a long one. We'll have to see. still no movement from either team here. I think that CSM definitely has a good idea of where the Ducks are, and the Ducks probably have a decent idea of where CSM is as well. A flare going down, probably from the CSM side there. Looks like they might have flared themselves. Although, considering the position of the Ducks, I don't think they'll be able to make out any of it. So this is it's just kind of an unfortunate situation. I think it's just I think that the CSM is kind of locked on to how vulnerable the Spire is from afar, and they're not going to close in, because to do so would be completely unadvantageous considering their build. So I think both sides are just content to wait. Alright, we have a bit of movement from the CSM side. Taking a look now, they are slightly repositioning, although repositioning away from where they probably believe the Ducks to be. So I'm not sure that this movement will lead to an engagement. But it is at least movement of some sort. Alright, looks like we have a little movement from the duck side here. Civil rights bill is slowly starting to poke out with the mother duck following, and already the mobulas have a lock on it, and it is starting to take some fire. I think the civil rights bill is safe here, as it is well outside of Artemis range, if I'm not mistaken. That is probably well over 1,330 meters. However, the Mercury should be able to hit, and Spires have a definite allergy to Mercuries, so... Flare is going down. Not sure that illuminated anything. No, I believe not. CSM should still be more or less hidden from the red team. Taking a look at the field of view of the Spire, they definitely do not see the blue ships. Taking a look from the mobulas here. Yeah, unlikely that they have a lock on them quite yet, though a well-placed flare could certainly change that. I think that the duck ships are definitely within range of flaring. Looks like somebody's got a lock. Don't think they're quite shooting at the right target, though. Those shots are almost certainly going wide. So... we do have a spot going down. And fire is coming in on the Spire, as before. Spire's already taking a decent amount of hull damage. Yep, there goes a good deal of its armor. It's just really going to have a tough time against all those Mercuries. Down goes the hull, and in comes a bunch of Artemis fire, just ripping it to pieces. And down it goes. So the Spire is no more, and the Mother Duck is now under overwhelming Artemis and Mercury fire. Guns down, engines down, bad situation, trying to make a hard claw turn to get out of there. Down goes the armor. In comes Mercury. Still waiting for the explosive, none quite yet. We do have a respawn south of the mountain for the Spire, although it's probably not going to be able to help its teammate out there. It is the Mother Duck is totally crippled by the Artemis and Mercury fire. Absolutely nothing it can do. And down it goes. 2-0 lead for CSM. So it looks like the main challenge facing the Duck team right now is figuring out how to protect that Spire. It is just so vulnerable at long range. It has such... I mean, obviously the armor was buffed after, I think it was 1.3.1 maybe, but it is still not that robust a ship, and it is very, very easy to hit at long range, especially with weapons like Artemis and Mercury. So all you have to do is just pound it with long range guns, and it'll just pop. That is the challenge facing a Spire in a long range battle. CSM here is not eager to get any more aggressive. Looks like the Duck team is once again taking cover behind the mountain there. Definitely reluctant to engage those long-range guns of the CSM mobulas, as they know that Spire will just melt under them. Some shots going down, not sure if either side has accurately identified the other. Oh, the Spire does appear to be taking some damage. No, that was merely a hull buff. My mistake. That was a blip from a hull buff. So CSM is definitely biding its time over there out in the open. It knows that it has the advantage in any long-range engagement because the civil rights bill is so easily so easily destroyed at range. Interesting build on this Mobula. I'm not exactly sure if it's possible to trifecta those two Artemises. Perhaps they can, though. I have not seen that before. Libclutter appears to be a fairly standard outer wing Artemis, inner wing inside Merc, very effective at long range. Again, we have the Lumberjack Mercury on the top, Lumberjack main gun in the Spire, Mercury top deck, and then Artemis is on the sides. Should be able to do a decent bit of damage at range, but it's just the vulnerability that they have to overcome here. Vulnerability of the Spire. Mother Duck is a Lucky Duck class galleon, again with that Lumberjack and Flak, Mercury, and the Flare on the rear. And Carronade Hwacha on the right side. So similar situation as before. Ducks are holed up behind the Candy Mountain, the southeastern mountain there, and CSM, knowing just about where their opposition is trying to get some long-range eyes on them, wisely staying back from those big guns wielded by the Ducks. We do have a spot going down on the Civil Rights Bill. It looks like the Agathisia has managed to identify it, so they will know more or less exactly where the Ducks are. Civil Rights Bill is starting to take some long-range fire. Sasquatch initiating some evasive maneuvers there. No substantial damage coming in quite yet onto the Spire. Still probably around 2 kilometers, so I think they're well outside of Artemis range, and the Mercuries are going to have a tougher time hitting at that range as well, I believe. Civil Rights Bill already starting to take a lot of Mercury damage there. Mother Deck taking a few shots as well. Agathisia and Libclutter basically have a solid lock on these two ships, where it seems like the Ducks just have no idea where CSM is presently. Taking a look here from the CSM perspective. Lots of flares going down. They are able to see the origins of the shots, getting some hit markers based off of that there. Agathisia is marked. Libclutter is not. Agathisia beginning to take some solid Lumberjack hits. Balloon is taking some damage. They would not want to bottom out here over the arch, as they don't have much space to drift down. That would be very, very bad for them. Looks like they're going to manage to backpedal to an area with a greater clearance underneath them. Taking a look at the Duck ships here. Civil Rights Bill is still more or less in good shape. Mother Duck taking a bit of light component damage, nothing too serious. Looks like their flat cannon has sustained perhaps a Mercury or Artemis hit there, although it is being repaired. Taking a lot of damage. Mother Duck is taking a lot of damage. Armor is almost out. Trying to get some cover there. Yeah, definitely taking a lot of Artemis damage. Numerous component disables. Mother Duck is managing to get behind Candy Mountain. Playing a peekaboo game of its own here on this map. Does not appear that the CSM ships know where or, I'm sorry, doesn't know where the CSM ships do not know where the spire is presently, or I assume it would be under fire as well. Although it appears that they would have line of sight, I'm guessing that the clouds are more or less blocking them. Yeah, they definitely know that they're behind the mountain there, but they're not able to do much more than that. I think that the Ducks are well aware of the fact that if that spire is out in the open for too long, it'll just get torn to pieces by the Mercs and Artemises of this Mobula build. So they are just kind of biding their time, I believe. Now you can see here, you could just see the crest of the spire there. Oh, and here comes some long-range fire from the Duck team hitting Agathisia. Looks like the Lib Clutter is trying to reposition, maybe going below the arch. They did have a shot on the spire there. I'm surprised they didn't quite take it. But these pilots are probably well aware of how vulnerable Mobulas are to balloon disables. I'm guessing that's why they're reluctant to get much closer, since a balloon disable could really just signal the end for the engagement. Taking a look at the overall scene, we have some sporadic long-range fires being traded, not a lot of damage going down here. Yeah, there we go. A couple Mercury hits on the Civil Rights Bill, really just massively damaging that armor. I think it's something like 2 or 3 Mercury hits will pop the armor on a spire. Sasquatch doing a little bit of evasive maneuvers there to try to take some of the heat off, while the Mother Duck is continuing to lay down mostly ineffectual fire onto the Mobulas. Not many hits there that we can see. A lot of those Lumberjacks just not going high enough. I don't think they have any spots on them presently. Yeah, looking at the minimap, I see no white brackets. So it's going to be very, very difficult for the red team to get hits in there. Looks like we do have a little bit of motion here from the Duck team. Not exactly sure what their plan is here. They may be trying to do a little bit of altitude adjustment, try to get in under the arcs of these ships. Indeed, that looks like what they're going to try to do. This could be a very good maneuver for the Ducks. As we know, the CSM ships are dependent on Mercury fire for armor breaks, and staying low will definitely mitigate those fires, whereas a lot of the Ducks' heavy weapons have a much better upward arc. However, they will still have to contend with the Artemis fire, which CSM ships have in abundance. So. Looks like we may have some sightings going down here. Still no spots, although I do hear shots going off. I'm not sure if the CSM ships have managed to locate, managed to identify the current strategy of the ducks that is going low. This could be very, very effective. It just depends on whether or not the CSM ships are quick enough to respond. With the superior vertical maneuverability of the Mobulas, in early sighting would really be bad news for them, because the Mobulas could really just change their altitude and resume their fire. So, taking a look here at the ducks, it looks like they're trying to stay low using the clouds and the arch as cover. Not sure if there's been any sightings. Libclutter is dropping altitude slightly. Not sure if that's in response to a perceived threat or whether it's just random repositioning. Libclutter is marked. Civil Rights Bill is marked. They now know where they are. Agatha C is dropping to put guns on the Civil Rights Bill through the lower arch. Taking a look at Agatha C here, they are dropping very, very low. Beginning to drop low, although they may have some difficulty with ground clearance there. Civil Rights Bill's armor is down, not looking good. A lot of... now the Libclutter's armor is down, and Civil Rights Bill is looking pretty good. So we'll see if those finishing flak shots can come in on the Libclutter. That balloon is down. Terrible situation for Mobula. Libclutter taking a lot of damage. Civil Rights Bill armor is also down. Which ship will go down first? The Mobula drops. Civil Rights Bill really needs to get its armor back up. Agatha C now in a 2v1. They've really got to push their advantage here and try to get this second kill in order to tighten this game up. The Civil Rights Bill is still taking a lot of damage. Agatha C backpedals into wall. Not a very good situation for it. Looks like Agatha C is toast, and the game is tied up 2-2. Very nicely done by the Ducks. Unfortunate that it took so long. You know, a lot of static there. The CSM guys were quite content just to stay put, to wait for that juicy Spire target to come out, but it looks like the Ducks did get the drop on them there with a little bit of altitude switcheroo. Definitely the sort of tactics we're going to need to see more of in order for Spires to really work competitively against long-range ships. So now it looks like the Ducks are on the hunt. It is a duck hunt in reverse. Civil Rights Bill and the Mother Duck probably smell blood in the water. However, CSM ships have taken a spawn which will put them safely outside of the firing arcs of the duck ships, taking that B2 spawn there. This could be a very quick and dirty engagement, although the Civil Rights Bill does have sufficient cover if it drops down just a bit. Checking Sasquatch's pilot tools, he does not have a chute vent. He does have hydrogen, but Spire does have sufficient vertical maneuverability that it should be able to get down without too much of a problem here. We have a bit of a problematic positioning on the Duck's part. Mother Duck is way too low. This altitude differential is definitely going to cost. I would not be surprised if the Civil Rights Bill went down in this engagement. Mother Duck simply cannot support Civil Rights Bill here from this range. It has this long-range side turned as well. Not a very good spawn anticipation. Looks like the Civil Rights Bill is going to go down. Mother Duck is spotted. They know where it is. Blood, they smell blood in the water here. Probably is going to put a ton of disabling fire on it. A lot of armor piercing from those Mercuries, and Mother Duck will probably go down as well. Mother Duck is well outside of its spawn positions. It's more or less helpless here if the two blue ships manage to get its engines disabled. Arm is already down on the Mother Duck, waiting for that Artemis fire to come in. It is not forthcoming. Looks like they did manage to get cover there. Yes, the Mother Duck has sunk down, probably breaking the arcs of those Mercuries. Good move on Morblitz's part. But that Spire really has to hurry up and re-engage. This could be advantageous for the Ducks, or it might not. It all depends on how long the Mother Duck can hold out and how good of an engage that Spire can get on those two Mobulas and surprise it. Mother Duck is really kind of at a disadvantage here. Again, taking a ton of Mercury fire, just punishing Mercury fire. Component disables, weapons are down. Taking a look at its left side, heavy flak is down. Lumberjack is more or less okay, but it will not have that finishing power. Now it looks like the Civil Rights Bill is re-engaged, but it does look like it might be in a 2v1. However, Libclutter is taking a ton of damage here, bottomed out, and down it goes. 3-3. Agatha C is now in a 2v1. They've really got to push this if they want to tighten this game up. Going to be a tough battle here to get these final 2 points. It really depends on how those spawns go. Blue team could take a B2 spawn where the other ship presently is. They could take a B3 or a B4, and it looks like they opted for the B2 there, so they're going to try to support. That may be a very bad move. If the Agathusia's balloon goes down, it'll essentially be made completely helpless and easy to kill. However, the Civil Rights Bill is not yet in a firing position, so they really need to push this advantage. However, it looks like the Ducks may be able to pull this off. Agathusia taking a tremendous amount of damage. They really need those finishing flag shots. Looks like it might happen. Civil Rights Bill, however, is taking damage as well. Down goes the Agathusia. Libclutter is now in a 2v1. Ducks only need one more kill to finish this game. Civil Rights Bill armor is down. Will the Libclutter be able to get those killing Artemis shots in? Only got one in, armor back up. However, big fat Mercury shot slashing through the armor. Armor is down again, waiting for that hull damage. Not a lot forthcoming. Libclutter's balloon is down. Not good news. However, Spire's armor is down. Back and forth we go. Not getting the Artemis fire. It needs to kill the Civil Rights Bill, however. Agathusia takes that B2 spawn again to try to help its ally. It's looking slightly more in the favor of CSM presently. As the Civil Rights Bill, they just weren't able to finish that 2v1 in time. Push that advantage to finish 2v1. Looks like the Civil Rights Bill may go down from these combined fires. Again, we're seeing the vulnerability of the Spire at range here. Just not a good situation here. And if this ship goes down, it is a 4v4 with a Mother Duck in a 2v1 if CSM opts to push its advantage here. It looks like Sasquatch is able to break the arcs of those ships, getting it very necessary repair time. Mother Duck is still has a firing solution on the Libclutter. Not sure if it has visibility on the Agathusia. Looks like all they have is a mark. So Libclutter's balloon is down. Very good lumberjacking from Nubs there. Taking a look from the CSM perspective, you can see they're kind of holed up here. They do have very good. They don't have good coverage if their balloon is popped, but they can rise to break arcs. However, I don't think that will really help them that much. They really need to have low coverage, not high coverage. Mother Duck's armor is down. Agathusia putting a ton of Mercury damage on it. Civil Rights Bill really needs to re-engage here. Taking a look at the mini-map, Civil Rights Bill is coming in. They've just a bit of a range differential there. I'm just not sure the Mother Duck can support adequately the Civil Rights Bill, and indeed not as the Spire goes down. It is now 4-4 Mother Duck in a 2v1. CSM really should identify that red team is well outside of its spawn. It's going to be at least 30 to 45 seconds before that Spire can effectively re-engage. Doesn't look good for the Mother Duck here. Taking combined focus fires at range. Agathusia's balloon is down. It's really going to require a miraculous flak shot. However, Mother Duck looks like it will be able to break arcs by drifting down into the canyons, into the fjords there. Very good positioning. This will be it will be difficult for the CSM team to reacquire a firing angle on the Mother Duck in this position. Spire really needs to rush back in, and sure enough, it took the D2 spawn and is on a northwestern course, while the CSM ships are en route. This could be very interesting. The CSM ships were a little slow to push their advantage there, and that may cost them if they choose to doggedly pursue the Mother Duck. However, it looks like, yes indeed, it looks like their attention is being turned towards the Spire, and the Galleon is just really too low to support now. It's using that, it used the Defilade effectively at the beginning, but now the Civil Rights Bill is once again in a 2v1, taking combined long-range fires. Just not a good situation. Sasquatch really needs to drop, get cover. It looks like he's doing that, but they've got to coordinate here. Libclutter's armor is down, balloon is down. Could be very bad situation if Mother Duck puts the fire on. It's going to need a miraculous flak shot there. I do like what I'm seeing from the Ducks in terms of they're using the superior ground clearance in order to break arcs. I think that is a superior bit of positioning on their part. Libclutter's balloon is down again. They really need an armor break and then the finishing flak shot. But it is just not quite coming. Not exactly sure what the problem is. I think that Mercury may have tied their hands somewhat with the restricted lower arc. When you pop the balloon, enemy ship goes down, drops out a Mercury arc, and in this position, Mother Duck can't really follow it that far down without the Mercury losing its arc, and therefore it loses its armor break and its ability to finish the shot. So lots of different elements that have to be balanced in order to really get an effective build working. Civil Rights Bill is coming in on a nice flank from the east. However, Mother Duck's armor is down. Lots of Artemis fire coming in. Still holding a 2/3 health, though. Very close game. Mother Duck is largely disabled. Really needs to drop down, get Defilade, get back down in there. Civil Rights Bill is backing out. They're just, these long-range fire from these modules is really effectively keeping the duck ships out of this fight. It's going to have to be a splendidly well-timed simultaneous engage, because if that Spire overextends, it's toast, and if the Galleon overextends, it's toast as well, because its permahull is so low. Both of these ships are big and easy to hit, especially with the guns that the CSM guys are using. It's very, very tight, close to the end of this game. Very gratifying to see after that long downtime. Agassia's armor is down. Will that flak shot come in and hit? Just a tiny bit of explosive damage, maybe some Artemis fire there. Balloon's still going down, but again, it's complicating the finish, because as the balloon is popped, the Mobula drifts very quickly out of arc, and it's difficult to get the finishing flak shot. Mother Duck's armor is going down. Goodness gracious, very, very close game here. Wow, folks. The Spire is just not in a position to support, it looks like. I'm trying to take a look here. Oh, it is. I'm sorry. It is indeed. My mistake. It is putting good fire on the Lib Clutter. They really need those lumberjack hits, though, in order to interrupt those fires and get that armor break. But it's just not quite happening, and the Mother Duck is now down to just over 1/3 permahull. So it is a really, really tight situation here. Lib Clutter, armor is down. Will the flak come in from the Lucky Duck? Wow, looks like might have had one flak hit there. Not sure. Some more explosive damage. One flak hit down to about 2/3 armor. Good shooting from Elusive there. We need to see more of that desperately if the Ducks are going to pull this off, but it looks like Lib Clutter is still taking more damage. Wow, they are not able to put damage onto the red team. Wow, goodness gracious. Very tight game from CSM and Ducks. Very, very, very tight. Slow start, but man, that finish was just really, really something else. Well played by CSM, extremely well played. They identified, they had a strategy, they pursued it, and it didn't quite work in the end, but man, they were close. So congratulations to both teams there. One more game. It is now 1-1 in this 3-game series of the Duck CSM scrimmage.